Our opening contest, it is a singles bout set for one fall. And it has a 30 minutes time limit. Introducing first.
This is 1PW. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Joe Dombrowski, and for the first time in 17 years, I am elated, I am enamored, I am overwhelmed to be back with you in the Doncaster Dome for the international phenomenon, Reborn.
Come to the ring at this time, hailing from Lincoln, England, and winning tonight at 74 kilos, he is the king of the cruiserweights, born and raised in one pro wrestling, the speedster, Robbie X!
All of you fans watching on Fight TV, this may be your first 1PW experience. Maybe you were a fan way back in the day. I first came to this organization as a young 19-year-old with the world in front of me and a career to build. And as crazy of a story as that is, it pales in comparison to the story of the first man out of the curtain of the new era of 1PW, talking about Robbie X, somebody who was sitting in this very building, sitting in the front row at the age of 12, and it inspired him to pursue a career in pro wrestling on his own. And from the stands, from the audience, into the ring, Robbie X is the very first man.
And now, introducing his opponent,
to kick in a new era of 1PW, 17 years to the day after our very first event, A Cruel Twist of Fate. We present to you a new twist of fate.
Saturday night, October 1st at the iconic, the historic Doncaster Dome in England, 1PW is having its spectacular 17th anniversary event, and it is a star-studded and stacked card from top to bottom. Now, 1PW has a history of hosting some of the greatest of all time to come out of the X Division. Guys like AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, guys like Christopher Daniels, who will be there on October 1st as well. But of all those amazing, incredible athletes, 1PW has yet to host the legend, the three-time X Division champion, the inevitable Ace Austin. But all that changes on October 1st when I make my 1PW debut. The first time, but not the last time. And on that night, we are giving the UK fans a match that they have waited years to see. Ace Austin versus one of the true hidden gems of the UK, Robbie X. A man whose reputation precedes him, a man with so much talent who has yet to catch his big break yet. Well, I will promise you something right now, Robbie X. This match will go down in 1PW history. I'll guarantee you that. I will bring out the best in you, the very best, and then you will fold. And that is what I like to call inevitable.
Well, bold words from Ace Austin a moment ago, who is serenaded by the jeers of these fans.
At this time, he is the newest member of Bullet Club from Atlantic City, New Jersey, USA, weighing tonight 190 pounds, the inevitable Ace Austin!
Newest member of Bullet Club here at a new twist of fate where we have new talent, we have new energy, we have everything that is going to make 1PW even better than you remember and take it to the next level. And Ace Austin and Robbie X is such a perfect way to kick things off in this particular installment. But Ace Austin said in his comments he had respect for Robbie X. He understands the reputation of Robbie X. Robbie is as much of a 1PW product as anyone in pro wrestling. Man who trained here at the original 1PW Academy as a young teenager and was competing, I believe, at 14 or 15 years of age. And even during the hiatus of 1PW, just kept pushing himself throughout the UK and international territories as well. And he's earned the respect of many of these fans. Certainly a number of these, this capacity crowd here tonight has followed Robbie's career. A number of them perhaps seeing him for the first time. Ace Austin, 25 years of age. You look at his resume. You feel like Austin must be at least 35 because of how much he's done. Will we see, yes, a show of respect as the official opening bell on 1PW in 2022 sounds. I can't believe the words coming out of my mouth. Ace Austin, a former 3-time Impact Wrestling X Division champion. Austin touched on the fact that many prominent X Division champions of years gone by have competed here in 1PW, including at one point in time an X Division title matchup with Samoa Joe, AJ Styles, and Christopher Daniels, as Robbie X hanging with Ace Austin in the opening moments. Robbie X trained by legendary British competitor Keith Myatt in that 1PW Academy, and has grown to become the king of the cruiserweights. Austin out, single leg trip, quick roll up, trying to catch Robbie X off guard. This is no doubt going to be lightning fast and full of action and high-octane offense as Robbie X, a little gamesmanship with Ace Austin. And Robbie's doing a great job of showing that he is not going to be intimidated by Austin's cachet that he comes in with. Robbie's got about, I'd say, 7 or 8 years on Austin experience-wise. Crisscross, both men trying to outmaneuver one another. Robbie X now tries to catch Austin off guard. Backslide and driving up with all of the weight. Smart maneuver, but not enough to put Ace Austin away here in the early going. Of course, this is a part of history. Both of these men will have their name in the record books, much like it was Jerry Lynn, Chris Sabin, Johnny Storm, and Jody Fleisch kicking off the main card 17 years ago. These men will have that distinction here this evening. Forevermore as Ace Austin. Great precision on that drop kick. And a kick out by Robbie X. Robbie X told me that it means the world to him to go from the front row as a teenager, and a number of years later now, to wind up being the first man out of the curtain for this era of 1PW. It is an honor that he never thought he would be able to experience. But we are in uncharted ground here. We are doing what many at one time thought was inconceivable. 1PW is alive and breathes, and it's Ace Austin and Robbie X jockeying for position, looking to start off this era with a victory. Ace Austin lands on his feet. Keep in mind, Austin, a distinct parkour background, has incredible balance, incredible fluidity in all of his movements. And Austin, I've followed his career since practically day one when he came out of the Wild Samoan Wrestling Academy. He's done nothing but put on size, get smoother, get more confident. Every time I see Austin, I feel like his legs are bigger, his chest is wider. But Robbie X doesn't care about the size of your muscles. He'll chop you down. I believe Robbie calls that X marks the spot, and it certainly did. Measured Austin perfectly, who needs a breather. As Austin fires off a shot, maybe more disrespect than anything. And Robbie X, again, you see that undaunted spirit of Robbie X, who's not going to be intimidated, not going to be pushed around. Robbie is taking the fight because this means so much to Robbie. He's the only man from the old training school that's still around. These 1PW initials mean more to him than maybe anybody will see compete tonight. And you can see the power behind the strikes of Robbie X is rocking Ace Austin. And Austin has fought many of the best. Oh, and there you see that smoothness as Austin floats through the air. There's the parkour background, able to balance his weight and come through with that punt kick that dazes Robbie X. Austin showing off, but Robbie tries to split the distance. I talked a moment ago how, as Austin sends Robbie X to the floor, and he creates distance to hit the Fastberry flop. To my point a moment ago, Austin keeps putting on size. He loses none of that speed, none of that agility, and is an Ace Austin win inevitable? Ace likes to think so, but easier said than done. Robbie X is reeling. He's trying to shake off the pain, but nothing doing right now. High angle back suplex. And Austin not able to get much there. Ace Austin really showed out in the Best of Super Juniors tournament, New Japan Pro Wrestling this past May. That's when we saw him join the infamous Bullet Club. And certainly that is an invite-only exclusive club. You've got to be something special to get there. But Ace Austin right now is on his own against the man he calls a, quote, hidden gem of the UK, and I would certainly agree. Robbie trying to hold on to the rope. Austin looking to quicken this pace. And you can hear the return fire of Robbie X getting all behind those shots, and Robbie X went handspring, but Austin cut him off with a baseball slide, but couldn't get three. Austin is rocking Robbie X with some high impact offense. And you're seeing that same passion, you're seeing that same enthusiasm that made 1PW what it was back in the day. Not just from the athletes in the ring, but from this incredible crowd as well. Seeing the Dome is just bringing back so many memories, and can't wait to create so many new ones with you throughout the next couple of hours. As Austin overpowering Robbie X and extends that leg into the throat. Austin is about a 7-year pro, I believe. And he's no stranger to big match situations, of course. Impact Wrestling Match of the Year 2020 nearly became one of the youngest world champions in the history of pro wrestling when he pursued the Impact World Championship. Now pursuing Robbie X, who's trying to stay abusive yet elusive, able to float in. Matrix style counter, beautiful chill here come through with almost a supersized Pele kick. Austin never saw it coming, got it on the back of the head. And Robbie went handspring a second time, and he got a little more height on Austin. He learned from his mistake and outsmarted his opponent. And crashing in with his body. Robbie X, a mile a minute. Crashing down on Austin, and this kid is feeling it. Robbie sets himself, gets in position. The way he can move from space to space is incredible, and straight up muscles him down. I believe that's the 10 bomb, but it's only 2, says the official. I know Robbie has trained lean in recent times. He told me that a match against Will Ospreay a little over a year ago when he came in at over 200 pounds, convinced him to drop back down to about 165 and get a lot of that speed and agility to a whole new level. Austin rolls Robbie up out of the air but can't put him away. It's two different, distinct training regimens. Austin likes size, Robbie likes speed, but they are both delivering in a big way. Austin springs off with a side kick. Man, Austin can hit you from any direction. He's so dangerous. And another near fall. You're seeing the toll of this match start to set in on both athletes. And if this is any indication of what's to come, everyone watching now on Fight TV and everyone across the world, no matter how you see 1PW, you're going to be in for a treat. Robbie X trying to use the ropes to help himself to his feet, but Austin comes in from the blind side, and those shots to the back will sting, I promise you. And Robbie X may not have his wits about him because Robbie his legs collapsed on him. Austin loves to put his opponents away with a move he calls the fold, but Robbie X is not going to let Austin put him in position. Those heavy-handed strikes are still there for Robbie, but Austin got the foot up of Robbie to the thigh muscle. Now to the back of the head. The lightning fast combo, the running shooting star, and Robbie X was less than half a count away. Austin felt every bit of that. And it's a good thing for Ace Austin that he did not underestimate Robbie X, who is now scaling high above. A graceful moonsault, but nobody there on impact, and Robbie got great height, but the ironic thing is, the cruel twist of fate is, he took the air out of himself with the height he got. Austin now sensing an opening. Man, what a way to kick us off. Incredible competition. Incredible energy in the air. Austin doing well, picking up where X Division stars and 1PW stars of prior years left off. A scissor stomp by the inevitable one, but Robbie X finds a way to escape. And Austin, you can sense frustration is setting in. Austin came in with something to prove, whether it was to himself, to Robbie X, to the UK, to Christopher Daniels, and now here comes the fold. Austin was setting up for the fold, but Robbie X rolled him up. And X almost able to capitalize at both athletes. The same thing in mind. That high round kick connected with both men, and we are at a stalemate. It's gut check time. Here in Doncaster, England, who has it and who wants it? Another notch on the belt of Austin. A childhood dream once thought lost for Robbie. Oh, you can feel the intensity on those shots. Austin tries to roll Robbie up out of the corner. Oh, that incredible dexterity and flexibility of Robbie X. Handspring, went for the exclamation, but Austin counters again. Couldn't counter that time. Is this the exclamation point of the sentence? Robbie X with a victory to kick off 1PW's new era.
Here is your winner, Robbie X!
17 years ago, Robbie X would be one of these great fans in the stands, standing and clapping and cheering and dreaming. Maybe one day that could be me. All these years later, Robbie X comes back to that very same venue, that very same Doncaster Dome, and he lets everybody know, I have arrived, I am living my dream, and I am a force to be reckoned with in 1PW and across the world. What a story! The work ethic, the grit of Robbie X makes all of his hopes and dreams come true. But neither man has left the ring. I'll be very curious if there are sour feelings. Austin traveled a long way to make a statement. But it was Robbie X who put the punctuation on the sentence. Oh, well, Robbie tried to show respect, but no respect from the sore loser there, Ace Austin.